Welcome back, everyone. This is Dirch, and I kind of have a follow-up video to my SMG barrels. I just got a couple of random different SMGs here, but in the comments section, it kind of turned into another assault rifle versus X video, and I kind of wanted to talk about that and address it because some good points came up. Particularly, Chuck 80 started a conversation talking about how one of the problems with assault rifles is also a problem with both pistols and SMGs, and it's maybe less of an AR problem, is all three of these gun styles essentially fit in the exact same space in this game. And that's part of the problem with them. So, SMGs here, well, part of what I'm going to do in this video is, try to focus on crits and some kind of mid to long range critting. They are too accurate, as well as some pistols. Pistols and submachine guns shouldn't be capable of really long-range combat. They're both short-range weapons, where assault rifles are meant for more of that mid to long range. But unfortunately, your accuracies are so high in all these guns that they all kind of occupy the same space. And what are some solutions to that to diversify these weapons better, I guess, is the conversation. So this is a Borderlands 3, how to improve the weapon system. And Borderlands 1 had this issue as well. They had two different kinds of pistols, though. There's the revolvers and repeaters. I don't know what the hell happened with that dude just running into the building. Kind of weird. But, it kind of made it better and worse, because revolvers were at least very differentiated from your assault rifles and SMGs, but the repeater pistols weren't. And in Borderlands 1, everyone says ARs were better. I actually used less ARs in Borderlands 1, probably mainly because I mean Lilith, and she was just so good with SMGs that I never felt the need to use any of the ARs. I just destroyed everything with SMGs, because SMGs too, I didn't use repeater pistols because SMGs were just so fucking good, and if you got a decent scope on them, you could snipe with them too, with the right parts. The Spy was really good for that. I mean, maybe it was a red text one, that's okay, but I mean, I pretty much would have a all SMG loadout where I had an Anarchy to kind of replicate my shotgun. Then I'd have like a Stinger or a Spy or something as like a sniper, and then I'd have my Hellfire, and then usually like a shock one for Iridians. And SMGs could just do all those things, and that's kind of a problem for weapon variation. So this isn't limited to Borderlands 2 and the Pre Sequel. One potential fix I brought up was damage drop-off. Now in Battleborn, a lot of the gun characters, I think everyone except for Thorn and Marquis, have damage drop-off, where, the further they are from the enemies, you get, these certain points where the damage starts to scale down. Kind of like a reverse Godfinger effect. The Godfinger gets more powerful at distance. And I think damage drop-off would be good for some of these guns, where, pistols, you can keep them highly accurate, depending on the pistol. Maybe they should be less accurate, or certain ones. But the bullets are just going to do less as they travel. Maybe snipers are immune to this, and ARs have less of a drop-off. Maybe 20% every so ever feet you would have damage drop-off, and it'd be less on ARs than it is on pistols, and snipers would have none. This is a potential fix. I think that helps. So instead of having guns just like wildly crazy inaccurate, you could have guns that are relatively accurate, but you just drop off over range. They kind of do this with like the multi-pellet guns, like shotguns. That was a spike in my voice. Shotguns, because the spread gets wider, you do less damage unless it's a big enemy at range. But with damage drop off too, that would kind of limit the shotgun range a bit better, because right now you can use some shotguns at some pretty stupid ranges. And other than big bosses, that really shouldn't be a thing. So that's one solution, but, you know, some people brought up, well, then SMGs and shotguns will kind of maintain the same spot. I think Chuck actually made that argument, but I don't think that would be a terrible thing, because even if SMGs and shotguns kind of occupy that same kind of really close-range combat weapons, they do in very different ways, you know, really fast shooting compared to really slow shooting. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea, but I think they should work on differentiating these. Now, pistols are the interesting thing. I mean, Borderlands is arcadey, and I don't want it to go to like a realistic Battlefield, Call of Duty type shooter. But like in those games, your pistols are your sidearms, noticeably weaker than your rifles and shotguns and all that stuff. But in this game, it's a little bit different. So, you know, how can they fix that? How can that be... I don't know. Where do pistols fit? You know, because it is arcadey, you kind of want all your styles somewhat accurate. And I don't want them to make pistols suck. You know, bringing back the revolver repeater thing, you know, there's an option, but where do repeaters fit in that spot? You know, where are they compared to SMGs, and how do you differentiate those? I wouldn't mind if they brought back repeaters and revolvers and kind of separated them. And they kind of already had that on brand a little bit, though. Where, like, you know, Jacobs are revolvers. Maliwan and Tor are both kind of more revolver style as well. Not quite, but more like that. You know, Vladoff and Dahl are more on the repeater lines, as well as Bandits. Basically just on that firing action and the recoil of them. So, yeah, I don't know, you know, should every brand be different on those? I'm not entirely sure where I stand on that, but I don't have any good ideas on where pistols really fit in. Because I think in both games they've kind of been too powerful. Because, I mean, pistols have been fucking badass, but, I mean, that's part of the fun of it, like... So I don't want them to neuter pistols, obviously, you know. I mean, the Mordecai pistol builds, and especially, you know, obviously the Mashers were so fucking cool. I do want them to really bring back Mashers. I don't want just one red text one like the Maggie. I want Mashers back. I think everyone does. I would just love if that's a barrel, but that's kind of off topic. I think I've addressed that before, but I would... Kind of, you know, how ARs have different barrels, like the Tord barrel and the Vladoff spin barrel. I would love to see a Masher barrel. I think that'd be sweet. Maybe a Jacobs specific. It's a secondary Jacobs barrel, kind of like the secondary Vladoff barrel. But again, it's a bit off topic. So, anyways, what are your thoughts on differentiating pistols versus assault rifles versus SMGs, you know? And it's... Try not to just talk about, like, the crit thing of the ARs, because I don't think that's the whole picture there. Because even if that doesn't change, these guns still occupy the same space, and assault rifles definitely should have a much better range game than SMGs and pistols, and I think their accuracy is just too high, especially at range. You know, maybe Hyperion would be the exception or something. I don't know. I really don't. But, I'd like to hear everyone else's ideas on the subject, so let me know in the comments below what you think should happen. That was some nice ragdoll on that scavenger, by the way. And, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.